As a young child, my sister Vani and I were very close. So close that we couldn't bear to be apart. We ate together, slept together, and at night, lying in bed, we'd talk about things people usually don't share with others. When she came to my room to sleep, our parents never suspected anything because, after all, we were siblings. Until I turned 18, everything between us was innocent. But after that, things slowly started to change. Let me tell you about Vani Didi first. Her name is Vani, but I always called her Vani Didi. She was 3 years older than me when I was 18, she was 21. Vani Didi was so beautiful that anyone who saw her would be smitten. Her long, shiny hair always stayed loose, and her big eyes held a strange kind of magic. When I turned 18, I fell in love for the first time. My girlfriend was in my class, and I was very serious about glimpse that etched itself so deeply in my mind that I kept trying to see her again and again. I'd peek through door cracks or sneak into the room when she came out of the bathroom after a shower.
Slowly, Didi also noticed that my gaze wasn't the same anymore, but she never stopped me. Sometimes, she'd deliberately loosen her neckline to reveal her cleavage or lean over in bed, so that her chest was visible to me. I'd stare at her like a fool, unable to look away. One day, when we were alone at home making breakfast in the kitchen, hot milk spilled from her hands onto her top. She screamed in pain and quickly pulled it off. The milk was so hot that it burned her skin, and her inner clothes, stuck to her, were also burning her, so she removed them too. But her skin was still burning, and she was in distress. I stood there, stunned, watching it all. I ran to the fridge, saw a bottle of cold chocolate syrup, and without thinking, grabbed it and rushed to Didi. Where her skin was burning, I slowly poured the cold syrup. As the sweet syrup touched her burning skin, Didi's breathing grew heavy, and a strange relief and surprise filled her eyes. Once the pain subsided, she looked at me in a way I'd never forget. My heart was racing, and my breath stopped. Then, Didi suddenly realized I was staring at her. She flinched, covering herself with her hands, but her curves were still visible. After that incident, Didi's behavior changed. She no longer hid or felt shy around me. Whenever she bought new clothes, she'd show them to me first, but there was always an unspoken desire behind it. One night, when the lights went out, Didi came to my room, scared of the dark. In the faint light from outside, her face and hair were glowing. She lay beside me on the bed and said, "I'm scared. I'll sleep with you tonight." I looked at her. Her eyes held a slight tremble, but her lips carried a faint smile. I covered us with a sheet, and we lay close together. Her warm breath brushed against my neck, and my heart raced again. In the dark, Didi started talking about college, her friends, movies, and then, laughing, she said, "You know, I used to watch porn a long time ago. Now, it feels like a distant memory. Let's watch something together tonight." I was shocked, but her tone was casual. I just kept looking at her. The innocent Didi I knew wanted to share something with me that crossed all boundaries. We took out the phone, and she played a video. As the first scene appeared, Didi smiled slightly and said, "This one's good. It has a sibling storyline. Watch it." Her face glowed in the phone's light, and I noticed her eyes sparkled differently as the video progressed.
Sometimes, when she laughed or moved her neck, her shirt would slip slightly, and in the faint phone light, I could see her curves. I saw Didi watching the video intently, her breathing heavy. Slowly, I noticed her hand sliding up her thigh, as if she was gently caressing herself, trying to hide it from me. Her face was serious, her lips slightly parted, and her eyes fixed on the screen. Suddenly, as if letting go of her shame, she grabbed my hand and slowly slid it downward. I froze for a moment, my heart pounding. But Didi, looking into my eyes, said, "You're my brother. I trust you. Just stay like this. Don't do anything." I couldn't look at her body, but my palm felt a soft, warm curve. I wanted to see that spot, but I was also scared. For a moment, I shook my finger, but Didi stopped me instantly, saying she just wanted my hand there. As the video reached its climax, Didi's breathing quickened. With a soft moan, she grabbed my hand tightly, her body trembling. She turned off the video after a while, removed my hand, and without saying anything, went to her room as if nothing had happened. The next morning, while Mom was cooking and Dad was working on his laptop, I was studying in my room. Didi quietly came in, sat on the bed, and started talking. "Last night, a boy touched me there for the first time. Brother, how did it feel to you?" I said, "Didi, it felt amazing." She smiled, her eyes calm. She shook her head slowly and said, "Good. You noticed. There's more you need to know." That night, when everyone was asleep, Didi came to my room again. Her nightdress was short, and in the bulb's dim light, everything was clear. She sat on my bed, hesitated, and said, "What you said last night feels strange now. Will you help me a bit?" "How should I do it?" I asked, startled. "Help how?" "Didi." She showed me a razor and cream and said, "I need to shave, but whenever I try alone, it cuts." I nodded, still hesitant, and said, "Didi, it won't feel strange. You're my sister, and no one understands me better than you. What's odd about it? Just help." I took the razor, my heart still racing, but there was trust in Didi's eyes, which I fulfilled. She put on her clothes afterward and, without saying much, went to her room. The next day, I woke up late. The room had a faint scent, and there was a strange silence in the house.